beautiful Scorpio, welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with a little bonus reading. I'm just cleansing your space here and I've meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for your wonderful likes, shares and subscribes. I'm truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder that this is a general reading. It is not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful that scammers are about pretending to be me and lots of other tarot readers. If anyone claiming to be me asks you for money, donations, or e-gifts, it is not me, okay? I do not have WhatsApp, PayPal, Telegram, Patreon, or Facebook. So if anyone says they're me and they're asking you for something, it's a scam, okay? So just so you are aware. Now let's get straight to your bonus reading, Scorpio. Now, a lot of us tarot readers in the community, we focus on love, career, those sort of things, and some things in general, but no one really asks, how are you, okay? So I'm just going to check with the cards. Whoa. Okay, I'm going to check in with the cards to see how you're doing and also what challenges you're facing and just see how you are. What's the general sort of energy to check in? You know, it's been a really tough couple of months. Well, it's been a tough year and a bit, really, for everybody. So I'm just going to check in and see if there's any advice Spirit has for you. What I can see straight away is that there is a trinket that has popped out. Now, I put the trinkets back when I finish a reading. So perhaps I have forgotten to put a trinket back. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how they ended up in the deck though. So it's interesting. And this is rarely happens for any reading. So what you have there is a feather. So that is very interesting. So the feather, they're not giving me anything on this feather right now. I have to be honest. When I'm not getting something, I will tell you I'm not getting anything. But they are indicating here that this was, it's a sign, basically. I feel like it's a signifier. So maybe if they give me something a little bit later on, it's a feather. I hope you can see that. So if they give me something later on for that, I will give it to you. But right now, energetically, I'm not feeling anything from it. So, you know, I will come to it if I got something. Now, we got the Hangman and we got the Tower. Oh, Scorpio, why is it always a Tower or the Devil card or the Death card? I mean, I understand that one, but it's always a Tower. This has been, there's been a lot of crumble moments, you know, a lot of rebuilding going on in your world. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Scorpio? How are they doing? What's happening here? Can you please give some advice? We got the Magician and we got the Hermit. So you may have felt a little bit alone recently. You may have felt, you know, that you're navigating a lot of ups and downs. You may feel like a lot of things have been on your shoulders recently that it's almost like you're hanging on in there though. Okay, we got the Hangman, which means, you know, you've surrendered a lot in the last couple of months, but actually it's given you a new perspective when you get that Hangman. I know that's an obvious thing to say and we all say those things, but I feel like something has come to an end, an old way of doing things. Now this may be because of the pandemic. We've had to find a different route to either earn our money or a different way of working. There's definitely an energy here of hanging on in there. I feel like you're on the precipice of a breakthrough, and whenever that happens, Scorpio, we often get like a dark period. You know, they always say it's the darkest before the dawn. I know that's a cliche, but actually I feel like that's relevant in this situation. The Hangman indicates in your protagonist energy that you've been waiting for something, waiting for a lucky break or waiting for something that you've been trying to take action on or trying to achieve, but it always feels like you're taking 2 steps forward and 4 steps back. You may have felt recently that things are becoming really uncomfortable, okay? You know, it's almost like you're getting to a breaking point or an epiphany moment. There is a breakthrough happening here. As you can see, this figure there is stuck in like an hourglass. So it feels like time, you've been waiting and waiting to do something, and there's been a bit of a build-up. As you can see, there's like a raven there. There's also like an acorn, something that you may have tried to grow to come to fruition, but it feels like no matter what you do, it's not growing. And as you can see, there's tears there, but the skull there represents a breakthrough. It's the Death card kind of energy, that there is like an ending that brings a new beginning, that makes you rise up, push through that. As you can see, the skull actually becomes a hand that reaches up for that new beginning or that transformation, that transition, in order to reach up for the sun. So it indicates you're going to be making a breakthrough, but it feels really difficult, okay? You may have felt like you've been going through mud recently. Now also, Scorpio, you know, you may have been dealing with a lot of selfish energies recently as well, because I'm getting a selfish energy coming through. You may have felt like you've been always having to push through. There's been some indecision on something. I'm getting a slight indecision, but also you may have felt like there's a missed opportunity that happened, and you may have been grieving it. So whether that's a missed opportunity in love, or whether it's in career, or whether it's in friendship, because I feel like you may have gone a little bit MIA in your friendships as well. I feel like you may have cut yourself off. Now, either that's because you're navigating some really tough energy here, and you thought, you know what, I need to go insular to really focus. Now, they are indicating that sometimes, you know, you reach out to your bestest, your friends, your friend, you know, your BFs, but I feel like not in this case. I feel like you've gone a little bit like, let me just sit back and think about things. And you may have felt in moments that you want to reach out, but then you don't. Okay, that's the energy that I'm getting. But the Hangman energy indicates you've been waiting a long time. You've had a lot of patience, but now I feel like you've had time to really think, because the Hangman is thinking time. The Hangman puts himself on the tree of life to get a new perspective. So I feel like you've taken yourself out of some sort of situation to really think things through on a very deep level. And there lies your breakthrough. Any restrictions, anything that's been holding you back, I feel like you're breaking the chains to that. But that's a very difficult thing to do, Scorpio. You've got the power to do that. I feel like you're definitely making headway on that, but it gets really uncomfortable just before a breakthrough. And here's your uncomfortable moment, your tower moment, okay? Now, I will pull a card on this. I'm going to do a sort of a Celtic cross as well. But I feel like with the tower in this position, there's something here that you may have been resisting for a while. Now, the tower basically means change, okay? And I feel like you've had some things in your life happen to you where it's like, damn, I gotta roll with the punches. I gotta really make the changes that are necessary in order to stay afloat. But also, I feel like you're making some big changes yourself, okay? Now, they just indicated that somebody sneezed. So if that is you, there's, you know, whatever you say, bless you, gesundheit, or any of those things. So if that's you, that doesn't happen often in my readings, but sometimes it's been happening a lot more recently. Maybe it's because we're coming into some sort of, how do you put that, hay fever season or something like that, but they're really indicating someone just sneezed. So if that's you as you're listening to this reading, there's something in this message for you, okay? Now, the tower indicates you're really activating your third eye at this moment. You may have had sporadic moments, Scorpio, of divine seeing, okay, where your third eye has taken over and you just knew something. You didn't know why, but you just knew, okay? There's an intuitive force to this tower moment. I feel like whatever this is, whether it's you spending time alone, I feel like you're having real breakthroughs in terms of spirituality in the third eye area, okay? Because whatever you've been going round and round in circles about in life, whether that's a relationship or, as I said, career or friendships, I feel like you're seeing things super clearly, okay? And a lot of people, this level of depth of seeing, they may shy away from it, okay? I feel like you may have had sporadic moments of thinking, actually, there's too much going on in the world right now. I just can't focus on that. But I feel like slowly you're coming back to that depth of seeing, and I feel like you're allowing it because I feel like you're not one to shy away from the depths of the human psyche, and I feel like you're opening something. I feel like it's almost like you're opening another dimension of seeing for you. So however, we can only meet each other as deeply as we have met ourselves. So I feel like you're going to a deeper level than you've gone before on yourself. There's an awakening here. Now, the tower is basically an epiphany. It doesn't mean your whole world is crumbling down. It just does mean that there is a different way of thinking, or, you know, there is something that you're rebuilding. You're allowing it to sort of completely crumble to rebuild. Whether that's friendships, you're starting from the ground up, because I feel like there's a real disconnect here. Now, that may have been in the last couple of months, and you're starting to break through that energy and come towards opening up a bit more to friendships and reconnecting. But the tower says don't resist it. Okay, this change, this awakening was meant to happen. Now, you may have had a shock as well in the last, I mean, that's an obvious thing to say, Scorpio, because I'm picking up a major shock in this reading. And it could be that the pandemic I'm picking up, because I feel like there's I just feel a real sort of struggle to grasp and make sure everything is kind of like in order. So it could be the major awakening that's happening, you know, around the world. So I'm just going to quickly pull a card on that. How would you like to receive? How would you like to receive? Thank you so much. Okay, 2 5s. Yeah, 5s are very difficult numbers. Number 5s are actually conflict numbers. Please look it up. You know, if you know my readings, fives are, you know, especially in the reverse, sorry, in the upright, especially in the upright, when you get two cards like that, there's, you know, relationships that are not serving you in the highest order that you may have felt. I'm just going to show you properly with each hand. They both came in the reverse, which is really positive because you're going through the change and you're nearly on the other side of that. So if you've been going through the ringer, know that things are about to get better for you. But the Five of Swords in the upright, rather, is sabotage, okay? People sabotaging connections. So you may have felt like you've given a lot of your time, your love, and you've, you know, been really open with people, really honest, and people have not been the same way with you. Whether that's in career, love, or friendships, you may be really looking at those relationships over the last kind of 18 months where you've thought, you know what? I give a lot to that friendship and I feel like I've been stabbed in the back, or I feel like there's some sort of betrayal here, or even, you know, someone being sneaky that you've maybe even caught them doing it. Now, there's also an element there of mental conflict and overthinking. So you may have even started to ask yourself, am I overthinking this? Did that person just say something really sharp to me that has an edge that I don't like that person's tone? Or am I being too sensitive? So you may have been asking yourself a lot of those sort of questions recently. All I have to say to that is, Scorpio, you're very intuitive, okay? You've got a deep knowing that comes from somewhere that is a divine gift. Trust the instinct. Always trust the instinct. You don't have to go overboard and go, damn that person to hell, they said it like this. But I feel like you've done the right thing. You've removed yourself from the situation. It's almost like, you know, that famous Scorpio kind of energy, because I'm a Scorpio also, where you just slightly take a step back and remove yourself and you decide to watch the game unfold. It's like a chess game. If you just remove yourself a little moment, you can see all the moves ahead. So I feel like you may have done that. Just taking yourself a little, I feel like there's a step back, Scorpio, where you're watching friendships and people that you've been connecting with. Now, the Five of Swords in the reverse indicates that there's going to be peace. Okay, you found peace in this. There's peace of mind, and there's no more overthinking. And that could be like with regards to work, it could be anything. I'm just trying to get your energy to see what's a challenge here. Now, this is the challenge position that I'm clarifying. So they're indicating that you may have felt a little bit unloved in your situations, because I'm going to show you the upright, because basically the challenge means this is how you're dealing with it, okay? You're dealing with these challenges. The Five of Cups in the reverse, sorry, in the upright indicates that you may have felt like you've lost something. Either you've lost good friendships that you thought were good friendships, but now you're seeing things really clearly, or you may have felt like the dynamics changed and you felt a little bit unloved or ignored in those situations. What you can see is this person, it's all about perspective. This person's looking at what they lost instead of turning around and seeing that what they have set to gain. Now, emotions, I feel like it's much more emotionally fulfilling what has happened in your life, because you've really taken a bit of a disconnect. But also I feel like that allows people to come towards you, to seek you out. It's not a game. I feel like more that you've been dealing with a lot of people who take your time, your energy, almost like energy vampires. They may not even realize it. They just have expectations that, Scorpio, you're always there. So they rely on you to always be there. And when people rely on and take people for granted, it's quite a shock to them that all of a sudden there's a disconnect. Because sometimes people genuinely don't realize it, but some people do, okay? And I feel like you know the difference between the two. I feel like you've made some changes here that have shocked a lot of other people as well. So that Tower moment is not just for you experiencing things. I feel like it's you flipping things on the head and shocking a lot of people. I feel like you've been making a lot of people talk recently, just wondering what you're up to, because I feel like you've gone MIA. It's almost like you've gone under the radar for a little bit, okay? Now, the unified position indicates the Magician, okay? You're focusing on something else. This is the unified position, very, very powerful connection to the universe, Scorpio. Thoughts become things. You have what it takes to manifest whatever it is that you want, but sometimes there's just a little bit of self-doubt, okay? Now, I'm not here to point the finger at anybody. I'm just here to understand the energy so that I can help overcome any situations. The Magician card indicates sometimes you have scattered energy. It's almost like you're so laser focused, okay, to get the job done. And Scorpio, if anyone's going to get the job done, it's you, whatever that is, whether it's a friendship that you're going to get to the root of, whether it is a love relationship that you're going to invest in, whether it's your career, you're 200% more. If there was more, I feel like you're all in or nothing at all, okay? You don't sort of dip your toe into things, okay? Which is a wonderful way to be, but also when you're so invested in something, Scorpio, that if it does not show up in divine timing, or in the time, not divine timing, in the time that you're hoping for, sometimes you may get a little bit scattered, feeling like it's not going to happen, okay? There's a little bit of, how can I put that? Cynicism sometimes that creeps in, like, well, it's not going to happen. You've been manifesting for a long time. You've been waiting for something to happen. It's almost like there's a moment, it may even just be a day, where you completely abandon, annihilate everything and say, this isn't working, it's never going to work, why am I even bothering, and just stop, block the energy, shut down, shut down, shut down. It's almost like they're showing me, it's really interesting the way they're showing it to me. Oh, okay, I'm just going to put that over there. I can see why they just gave me that name, but I'm just going to put that over there for a moment. It's like a metal shield or sheet that completely goes around you, and it's like you absorb the energy from the room, but also you block the energy from the room. It's almost like that, a darkness, a dark shutdown. That's all I can explain it. It's almost like if you were the national grid, you've completely wiped out all of the energy, because all the energy that you've been feeding to a project with your laser focus, or a friendship, or a career, or a love relationship, it's almost like gone. It's like, where'd Scorpio go? And then there's this weird kind of like, I don't know, it's an eerie, I don't know, I can't explain it. I'm a Scorpio, I can't explain it. It's like a depth of being where nothing exists. And then all of a sudden, once you've overcome that energy, that, you know what, I was just in a bad place right then, and now I'm going to be back on and super focused again. It's almost like the national grid goes back up again, and you're back on the gravy train. So there's definitely an energy sometimes where if things do not go the way that you hoped, Scorpio, there's scattered energy, and even sometimes a little bit of procrastination. Please don't shoot the messenger. I'm a Scorpio myself. I got to own it. Sometimes when I get that low, there's procrastination. I'm like, you know what? But what I need us, not just me, but you, because I can't read for myself, but I need to understand what they're giving, which is because you put so much energy into that thing or that person, that sometimes it's not sustainable, and those moments come at a cost to the amount that you put in. So just temper how much you put into things, Scorpio. It's wonderful that you're a mile a minute with passion. Absolutely. I would not live any other way. You're very passionate. You're very deep. The magician says thoughts become things, and it's also, you're always turning your visions into reality using inspired action. You back it up. You don't just say you're going to do something. You actually do it with action and feeling, and you're very, very focused with that laser focus. But sometimes you got to give yourself a break, is what I'm saying. During those moments where you feel a little bit scattered, or you feel like procrastinating, don't beat yourself up. Because I feel like whenever you take some time out to just sit there, you're like, I should be doing something. I should be, you know what? I shouldn't be taking this time to do, I should be doing this, that, and the other. All these things that need to be done. So 2 hours, you've taken some time to really think about all the things that you should be doing. That's not rest. Okay, Scorpio? So they're just giving me that little bit energy there. Now, also we got the Hermit. Now, the Hermit is in the unified position, so there's some deep thinking that goes with you, Scorpio. You always have a lot of depth to you. The Hermit is introspection, enlightenment. You have a very rich inner world that actually leads to a lot of solitary moments, okay? And you're cool with that. You're good with your own company. But sometimes, and again, don't shoot the messenger, because I feel like I could be shot in many, many situations here where I say this, but they're just saying don't spend too long in that solitary energy, okay? Because sometimes the tower moment actually magnetizes that solitary energy. Sometimes it's good to reach out to people, okay? Don't feel like you're alone. Oh my gosh. Sorry, they just said me that. I'm so sorry. I don't want to be unprofessional, but I just got a wave of emotion from what they just said to me, which was, that's what the feather is for. They're just saying you're not alone. Okay? They're saying that they walk with you. Even when you feel like you're alone, they walk with you side by side. So they said that they got your back. Just reach out. They're there anytime you need them. Just reach out, okay? But they are sort of suggesting that whenever you're feeling like too alone in a situation, Scorpio, just reach out, because you're not afraid to plunge the depths of your situation or of other people's situation, and it can be a lonely place because not many people join you there, okay? Also, you know, there is some lovely energy about you, Scorpio. There is lighter energy, but they're just showing me this is your overall energy of the time that we're living in at the moment, that you've been navigating some tough stuff, okay? Listen to your intuition. As you can see, that bird of prey there is over the ear, okay? So whatever it is that you want, that you're super focusing on, you may feel like at times goals, dreams, career opportunities, everything like that, even when there's been missed opportunities, I feel like you may work within a realm where you give such intense focus that it's like only you can do the job, okay? So you feel like you're on your own doing this. So reach out sometimes. There are people who can help you, but I do feel, and again, I feel like there's an element of control sometimes, because that Magician card sometimes can be about control, okay? If you feel like you can ask people to do things to help you sometimes, Scorpio, just to open up the dynamics and open up friendships, because a lot of people actually want to help. You know, it doesn't mean you're weak to ask for help in any shape or form. Whether it's, you know, you're carrying a really heavy box and you say, hey, could you help me with this? Because it's just, you know, it's probably better for my back if two of us do this. You know, there's ways of asking for a little bit of help. People start to meet you halfway then, rather than start expecting. So they just asked me to put this down for a moment because they really want me to explain this. If you do everything yourself, Scorpio, because you're fiercely independent, if you do everything yourself all the time, because you got this, and that's great, you know, whenever I'm leading my life as well, I'm like, no, I got this, I can do it. You actually teach people they're not needed, okay? So they start to see you don't need them. So therefore, they kind of just keep a little bit of a distance, and then they never help you with anything, or then they never offer, because they feel like you're so independent and you got this, that you don't need them. So therefore, you may be sitting there sometimes thinking, damn them, what, can they not see that I'm struggling, or can they not see that I maybe need help with this document, or, you know, situations at work. They may look at you like, Scorpio's got it all going on, when you're sitting there seething, going, I've got like a workload like this, and they're sitting there with nothing like this. Why is this not being fairly shared out? So just beware of those dynamics, okay? Now let's get to deeper stuff. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides. The heart of the matter, Ten of Water. You're very feeling and intuitive. You've got such a depth, and you always put your family and friends first. Those people that you love, you got their back. You want to live a life of serenity, good fortune, peace, just like everybody, of course. But I feel like you look to the well-being of others a lot, Scorpio. You tend to put their well-being above your own, okay? So just be mindful of that energy. The Ten of Water indicates anything like, you know, separations, or whether it's yours, or whether it's your separation with friends or family, or situations, it cuts you deep. You may not show it, but it cuts you deep, okay? And I feel like you just want everything peaceful and in balance. And people sometimes don't see that the things that you do for them, they may look at you like you're doing everything, or you're trying to control a situation, but actually you're doing it for the greater good. You're doing it for everybody's good, is what I'm getting from this card, okay? Family and friends, your inner circle, you die for them. That's the energy that I get from this card, okay? There's such a depth there. And I know that's such a, like a, how can I put that? That's such a like dramatic thing to say, but that's what I'm getting from this card, okay? You just want everything to be good in everybody's world, okay? I feel like you take pleasure in accomplishing great things as well for yourself. I feel like you put your heart and soul into everything. The big 10 indicates how feeling you are, and how your goals, your dreams, you know, you reach high. So whenever there is a missed opportunity, for example, because you put your all into something, it's almost like, now I'm not medically trained to talk about this, but it's what they're indicating. It's almost like bipolar. You put such intense energy into something, Scorpio, that if it does not go the way that you'd hoped, or it does not work out the way that you'd hoped, there's an equal plunge into a depth of despair, or sadness, that, you know, it feels like you come crashing down, okay? It's it's so hard as a human to even keep that in balance. So, I mean, let's see what the challenge is here. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. What is the challenge? Two of Earth, the balance, you know, so that's the energy that I'm picking up here. The balance between work and play, but the balance in general. You spin a lot of plates, Scorpio. You've been doing a lot. And sometimes it's okay to just say, you know what? I'm struggling. I'm overwhelmed. I just need to take some time out. I just need to sit in front of the computer screen, the TV screen, or even not even the TV screen. Just sit in silence for a little while and just take some time out. Have a bath, you know, or sit in front of, you know, the TV screen and watch a favorite movie or something and eat some ice cream or whatever. Just completely switch off from, because I feel like even if you're sitting down resting or even reading a book, sometimes your mind goes, well, what about that person who hurt me? What about that person that I'm in love with? What about that work situation that I've got to do? What about that person, the way that they said that to me the other day? I feel like your mind goes a mile a minute and you're doing about 5 things and you're supposed to be sitting there just, you know, chilling, and there's no chill. Okay, Scorpio, so just be a little bit mindful of that. The challenge here is finding a balance between everything, with balance of emotions. And I know, Scorpio, your depth of feeling and your intuition is your superpower. I would never, ever tell you to temper that at all. But just be mindful what it does to you, that swinging energy, okay? So, and that you don't have to spin all the plates. You can delegate to other people. Also, I feel like you got many options coming on in recently, and you've been trying to spin all those plates. And sometimes tower moments have been coming too. It's almost like, for you, for the last couple of months, Scorpio, I feel like it's been build, crash down, rebuild. Build, crash down, rebuild. I feel like it's been like up and down. If it was a graph for a Scorpio, it'd be like for the last 18 months is what I'm feeling, okay? There's going to be a more positive energy coming through. What is below you? Love, okay? Deep down, there is so much love. People don't credit you for the amount of love that you have, Scorpio. And deep down, I feel like you're always, it's almost like a little voice that is in the back of your mind or on your shoulder to do everything with love, okay? To seek love, to unify with love, but also to find your soulmate. I know that's, again, an obvious thing to say. I feel that deep down, love carries you through, but it's about partnerships. You have, you don't have, it's not like you've got like millions of friends. I feel like you've got your soul tribe that you really trust, okay? But I feel like you try to greet everyone with that that love and that unity. And I feel like separation is a very deep wound to bear for you, okay? There are some humans in this world who manage to go dust themselves off, lick their wounds, and they process it, but and they move on. But I feel like the time frame is shorter than Scorpio. Sometimes the depths of wounding takes many, many years for you to overcome. And I think that's part of your genetic makeup, to be honest. But I feel like there's a lot of healing that always is going on with you, okay? Also, don't be afraid to stand out, okay? Because deep down, you have so much love for people. It's almost like you allow them to kind of have the spotlight. Okay, you're always handing it over to them. You're happy to be the power behind the throne. Sometimes I feel, Scorpio, but I feel like allowing your sort of inner light to shine is very important. Okay. Also, the star card represents your connection to the universe. The stars are aligning for a brighter day for you. I do feel like there's a lot of inspiration that comes from you, Scorpio. You may not feel like it, but you inspire a lot of people. The star is an inspirational card. It is about, you know, allowing your inner light to shine. I was saying this to Leos recently as well. So if you've got a Leo placement, there may be something in that for you. But it's about, you know, why dull your shine when you're born to stand out, okay? So you may not feel comfortable in the spotlight, but I feel like there is a brighter day ahead that actually the universe is about to reward you for something. I feel like, as I said, it's always darkest before the dawn, and I feel like that star is in a step in the right direction. Also, so sorry, they just reminded me about the name. So the name was, I hope I'm saying this right, Carvel. So someone called Henry, and they're showing me Superman. So I think it's maybe an actor who may have played Superman or something. I'm sure I've read about this somewhere, but they're showing me this. So they're basically indicating that you don't have to be the person who saves everybody, Scorpio. Okay, because I feel like in your world, the world that you've built with your family and friends, sometimes you may feel like you have to heal everybody or be there for everybody or save everybody. You don't have to save everybody, Scorpio. They love you regardless. Okay, absolutely extend your wonderful attention and care to everybody, but remember yourself. Okay, very important to heal yourself, to create a fine balance between giving your wonderful energy to others and saving some for yourself, and knowing when it's time for you to sit back and heal yourself, okay? Whether that's with a good book, whether that's with meditation or sinus. So something just clicked on my camera, okay, Scorpio? Last time something happened like that, I felt like a cheeky spirit turned off the camera. So I'm just gonna go check the camera. One moment, please. Oh no, it's still going. Okay. I don't know if you heard that, or you heard that click on the camera, but I just thought I'd investigate anyway. So yeah, they were showing me, I think the person's name is Henry Carvel, or yeah, Carville, or is it Carvel? I'm not sure, but they're showing me Superman. So they're indicating you don't have to be a super person. You are a super person, but you don't have to save everybody, okay? So very important advice there, because it often leaves us with no time for ourselves. Okay, Scorpio? So what is above you? What is above my beautiful Scorpios? What do they need to know? Now, they just said the name Bianca. Bianca. So if your name is Bianca, there's something in this message for you. It's not going to resonate for everyone, of course, but if it does resonate for you, doesn't mean it's not your reading. Sorry, if it does not resonate for you, it doesn't mean it's not your reading. It just means they want that person to pay close attention, as their attention may have wavered, okay? Now, we got the Eight of Earth. Okay, so what is above you? You're always learning. The Eight of Pentacles is about learning. It is about gathering knowledge. You're always seeking knowledge to better yourself, okay? You're always mastering yourself. So in every situation, you've got that depth of being to you where you ask yourself on a deeper level, what can I learn from this? What does this teach me? It's almost like even if someone does something horrible to you and you do a backlash to them, because Scorpio, you know, if you think about a Scorpion, only when they feel truly threatened do they sting, okay? And most of the time, they'd rather sting themselves because they'd rather not have anyone have power over them. That's what the stinging themselves means. I'd rather sting myself to death rather than anyone have power over me. That's what the Scorpion is sort of known for. So I feel very much like even if in situations where someone has done you a wrong and you may have had a backlash at them, I feel like you go away, brood, sit on it, and really think about the situation quite fairly, where you go, was I wrong in that situation? So what is that person kind of really telling me? What's the subtext here? I feel like you seek to understand on a deeper level. In every situation, you're always gathering knowledge, whether it is like CIA, FBI kind of knowledge on someone that you feel is being deceptive towards you, or whether it is you seeking a deeper love or a higher connection to source, or whether it is you gathering knowledge about what's going on around the world or a person. You're always in that mode of searching for knowledge. You're absorbing like a sponge, okay? That too can lead to a little bit of overload. It's a wonderful energy. Again, they're saying, remember to heal. Remember to take some time out to heal. That Hermit and that Star card is important, okay? Now, what is, in the future, what do you got to be mindful of? The Empress, knowing that you're enough. Knowing that you got this, knowing that, to nourish yourself, feed yourself good information, good words, good music, good food, good people. Okay, what we put in our world, we actually nurture ourselves with. Okay, also the Empress says you create the world around you. Okay, there's a lot of abundance coming towards you and a lot of positive energy after what you've been through, but you got to remember you're enough. This is about building strong, healthy boundaries. You may have felt like people take you for granted, or you may feel like you give people a second chance, even when your intuition screams no, because you want to believe in the best of people, even though deep down you know And this is people that you've trusted already, okay? Because I feel like those that you meet and those that you meet and instantly do not like them, I feel they're frozen out forever. You always have that person marked as someone that you cannot trust. But I'm talking about the ones that you have within your inner circle, that you've allowed in the inner circle and trust. When they break your heart, I feel like sometimes you may give them a little bit of a second chance, even when they don't deserve it. Okay, so just be mindful of that. Of course, everyone deserves a second chance. I'm not here to say, freeze out all these people from your life. I feel like boundaries need to be set where you show people what you expect and what you don't expect. You lead by example. I feel like you've done that actually by slightly withdrawing. But be mindful, there's no swords here. So the throat chakra hasn't even been discussed right now in your reading. So what they're indicating is that sometimes you go a little bit silent, you disconnect, okay? And you show by actions. I'm no longer in your world. This is a world without Scorpio. How are you dealing with that? Because if I mean nothing to you, then you'll be fine with it. But if I do mean something to you, then you'll show me. It's not a game. It's not a game, it's a self-protective measure that I feel around you. But knowing that you're enough and that you're worthy, okay, is an important lesson to know, okay? Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. We've also got, there you go. There's your first sword, okay? So this is advice to self, and it's basically that sometimes you need to, no matter how sharp, you speak the truth, Scorpio, because you know what? You do speak the truth, the whole truth and nothing but the truth when you want to. You just literally lay it on the line and it's harsh. And some people can't take that. I feel like you've learnt that some people cannot take that. So it's almost like over the last 18 months or so, I feel like you've started to say less is what I'm getting. And I feel like there is a breakthrough here. The truth is everything to you. Okay, but sometimes you think before you act, which is a wonderful thing to do, but sometimes you may leave it a little bit too long, okay? So basically, in situations where you felt, I should have said this, I just should have said this. I mean, it's good to be diplomatic. The King of Swords is often very sharp, okay? And I feel like you build a very solid foundation of truth around you. And it's almost like you set an intention. You're teaching people that you only want the truth and that they need to be as upfront as you are with things. But people don't often meet you in the same way, okay? And that may lead you to think, well, what's the point in talking to someone who just doesn't get it? I'm wasting my time. So just be mindful of your throat chakra there, okay? Because yes, it's wonderful that you do speak the truth, sometimes a little bit sharp. Okay, I'm guilty of it myself. A lot of people are. It doesn't matter your sign, but they are indicating, what is your advice to yourself? Truth is everything. Even if you look up the meaning of the card, that although this is an air element right there, and you're a water element, the truth, it's like you search for the truth in everything you do. Okay, everything you do. Now, the environment, 9 of air. Sometimes you beat yourself up a little bit, okay? The 9 of air is a lot of anxiety, overthinking. Now, the 9 of air is the 9 of swords, which is often an unwarranted fear or anxiety, something that keeps you up all night. You may have trouble sleeping, or you may have had trouble sleeping recently. The 9 of air asks you to stop negative self-talk, okay? It says, have faith. Because you need to be gentle with yourself, especially in this deck. This is the Good Tarot by Colette Baron Reid. If you've got it at home, please look up the meaning of the 9 of air. It is basically shift that negative talk and have compassion with yourself. When things don't go your way, don't beat yourself up. As I said, you go into that sort of like void where you just suck all the energy out, and it's annihilation, which is something that Scorpios are known for, of course, but sometimes, we just got to be a little bit easier on ourselves, because Scorpio, you're doing such a good job. You're spinning all the plates. You're looking out for everybody. You're putting everybody first, really, was what I can see with this energy. And, think about yourself. Okay, it's time to think a little bit about yourself. Not in a selfish way. It's not a selfish act. By putting yourself first and making your needs be met first, you actually end up being a happier human to extend your energy to others, okay? Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. 10 of Earth. Now, you may have gone silent to work on a goal or a dream. 10 of Earth, they're giving me two energies from this. Okay, you may have been trying to build a really solid financial foundation for you and those you love. I feel like you've been in a protective energy. You got two tens here, Scorpio. When you're in, you're all in. You know, you're trying to balance it all, but between your emotions, your finances, and everything, but you're all in. You're committed all the way. And as you can see, there's a little wolf there. Now, the wolf is like a lone wolf, but as you can see, a wolf is a provider, someone who is protective, someone who goes out in search of prey or goes out in search of a dream, a goal, and comes back to the pack. But then there's the odd one that's solitary and feels like they have to do it all alone, okay? Packs tend to work together, so just be mindful of where you and your people or your friends can work together on something, or your family, that you don't have to do it all. But I really feel like there's going to be a lot of abundance around you. Whatever it is you're trying to create, it's going to be very, very successful. You're building knowledge and you're setting strong foundations. Now, if you've been going through a divorce, for example, recently, or someone you know has been going through a divorce, or your parents have been going through a divorce, or people close to you, I feel like it's taken a lot out of you, okay? I feel like... again, it just keeps coming back to just take a little bit of a rest, okay, Scorpio? Now, finally, thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide? Right now, they're showing me a mixer, like a food mixer or something like that. So if you're currently listening to this reading and you've got a food mixer on the go, mixing something in the background, then there's something in this message for you. It's not going to resonate for everyone, of course, but if that does resonate for you, there's something in this. I mean, if I was decoding that energy, it could be something like, something feels really mixed up right now. All the ingredients, though, are coming together to make something that is wholesome, or everything's going to come together to make something a little bit more solid. Or whatever it is you're cooking up is going to be, you know, it's going to be awesome. It's just right now things are in the mix, so it feels like things you're waiting and waiting till you get to the bit where everything comes together. So please take it as it resonates. It's not going to resonate for everyone. The Four of Earth, okay? Solid foundations. You've built them, Scorpio. You may not feel like it, but you've built them, okay? This is about long-term security. Deep down, there is a desire for that, okay? But I feel like you're always offering that security to other people. Okay, you're always putting other people's needs first. As you can see, look at that figure. She's offering up the flower. You know, she's on solid ground. It's almost like you're the sort of person, Scorpio, that, you know, when you get more than enough, you actually extend it to others. You're very generous. You're very kind. You're very committed. You're very open-hearted. You build a longer table or a bigger table to invite people in. So your energy is beautiful, so beautiful. And I'm not here to blow smoke up here, you know what. The more you give, the more you get from the universe. There's divine karma that comes right back to you. So I feel like you're due some good karma. There's a lot of wonderful things coming your way. Just make sure you take some time to rest, okay? You're very connected to the universe. So remember, thoughts become things, okay? I'm just going to pull one card because they've asked me to go here. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Scorpio? What else? The Hermit has come out again. Yeah. So deep reflection. Eight of Wands. Hangman. I mean, the Hangman to come out again. So what they're indicating is the Hermit. You're deeply thinking about perhaps where people have been very selfish towards you. Okay. It's almost like you've disconnected from society or disconnected, but you're still keeping a fire burning for those people. You know, it's not like you're not going to come back out of your cave. But I feel like there's been, whatever you've been waiting for, the Eight of Wands in the reverse indicates frustration at the delays that you've been having recently. There's been trouble here. Now, whether that's travel, because the Eight of Wands is about travel, or whether it's news that you've been waiting for, or whether it's a project, because wands are about passion, they're about taking action, they're about changes. So whatever you feel like you've been trying to change in your life or trying to achieve in your life, it's been in delay. You may have felt very frustrated by it. Also, the Hangman, again, showing up in your reading. Indecisiveness could be something here that was happening. I feel like you're releasing any illusions from your life as well. Any missed opportunities. Scorpio, what is meant for you will never pass you by, okay? The right opportunity will be magnetized towards you, okay? They want me to go again. I thought they just wanted one, but they want me to go again, so I will. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Spirit. They just gave me the name Enil. Enil. So if your name is Enil, oh wow, the Tower again. I mean, Scorpio, you can't write this. They've given you the exact same cards. The Hangman, the Hermit, the Tower, okay, in a different deck. So they just want to highlight there that the energy that's coming through, you're being given a chance to rebuild on solid ground this time, okay? Everything that you're planning, it's almost like you got stuff for a rainy day. There's an epiphany moment. It feels uncomfortable, but that's when the breakthrough happens, okay? So something is being shed. Thank you so much. Yeah, so Anil. So if your name is Anil, there's something in this message for you. How would you like to receive? Thank you so much. When I'm looking at I don't look at the cards until I actually touch them because I'm scrying in the water. Oh no, they want one more. Okay, wow. You know, personally, I'm so glad they asked for that one more because we got the Ace of Cups and we got the Wheel of Fortune, okay? So there will be a turn of events here. Often when I do my reading, Scorpio, when you get a Tower moment, it's often followed with a Wheel of Fortune, okay? Because basically Wheel of Fortune just means surprise, and so does the Tower. Okay, so it indicates that if you've been going through the ringer, there is a turning point here. Fate is intervening. There's going to be a lucky break for you in life, but also you've got what it takes to turn everything around. Okay, you're the sort of person who focuses and just gets to work and does it. Okay, so Wheel of Fortune indicates there's going to be good fortune. Pay attention to synchronicities. Okay, it's going to be a lot of synchronicities. They're showing me 0101. And they're showing me 333 as being synchronicities in your reading. So look out for that. I'll just let that siren pass. Okay, and we got an Ace of Cups. Okay, so the universe loves you, and the aces are divinely guided by the universe. So I feel like Jupiter will play a lot of energy in your reading for the next, your energy field for the next couple of months. In particular in July, Jupiter is a planet of luck and plenty, okay? But the Ace of Cups indicates whatever it is that you're trying to achieve, you are leading with love, and love will meet you halfway. So whether you're looking for new love, or you're looking for a job that you love doing, or whether it's about connecting to friendships or family with love, I feel like there's a lot of love on offer here for you. I feel like you are loved is a very important message. You are loved. Okay. Right now they're showing me some candied sweets. It's almost like they're showing me red hearts, that when you open them up, it's like chocolate candy. So if you're currently eating those, or you just bought those for somebody, maybe you should have bought them for yourself. There's something in this message for you. It's not going to resonate for everyone, of course, but they just want that person to pay close attention to the reading, okay? Ace of Cups. There's a lot to be open. There's a lot to be open. Sorry, I just need to get what they're giving me. There's a lot of abundance headed your way. There's a lot to be open. What? It's like there's a lot to be open for. There's a lot to be open for. I guess that means there's a lot for you to be open to receive too. I hope that makes sense. They're just saying there's a lot to be open for. I mean, not unless you have a shop or a store or something like that, or you're trying to get your own business off the ground and maybe you're talking yourself out. They're indicating there's a lot to be open for. I'm not really sure what that means there. But they're indicating that this looks like a feather also. Okay, so feather is important. That's your signifier for the next couple of weeks. Okay, so if you see a feather somewhere that it shouldn't be, or you see it directly on your path, then that's something important to you. Now they're showing me someone opening a curtain. Okay, and it's like on the windowsill there's just a feather there. So if you just found a feather on a windowsill and you just open the curtain, there's something in this message for you that's not going to resonate for everyone, but they're indicating that's a sign. Okay, so I'll leave it there, my beautiful Scorpio. I'm just going to get you a Wisdom of the Oracle. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Great Angels. Can you please guide? Thank you so much. A change in the wind, and it's in the reverse. Okay, so as you can see, the zebra is there, and there's everything is, it looks like stuff's being blown away there. Also, number 12 is the Hangman. Okay, so they're indicating a new perspective or things changing, that you sort of, maybe even a change of direction, but you got it in the reverse. So let's see what that says. Number 12. Okay, they're giving me a song, which is Frankie, Do You Remember Me? I mean, I'm sure that song came up many months ago, maybe even last year for someone's sign. I'm not really sure, but I remember looking up the song. Frankie, do you remember me? So either your name is Frankie, or a person that you were dealing with was called Frankie and they're going to get in touch, or maybe that song came on the radio, or it's a signifier. You've said to Spirit, someone play that song and it'll be a sign, or someone mention that song, it'll be a sign. Please take it as it resonates. It's not going to resonate for everyone. Okay. It says a sense that unseen change has been initiated. I mean, you got 2 towers there. Feeling that shift, that uncertainty. And the protection message is, there are conditions brewing in your life that you have no control over. Don't fight them. Change is inevitable, and it is for the best, for the higher good. Even if this storm blows away the structures you think you've built your dreams on, all will turn out as it should. You will have a renewed clarity and strength to do something even better. Spirit is your ally. As they said, they're walking with you. So, powerful energy there. Thank you so much, Spirit Guide, and Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Scorpio? Ooh, they want that one too. They don't want me to drop it, whoever that is. It was stuck and I thought it was going to come off, but they don't want me to drop it. So we've got the turtle. Slow and steady. It's interesting. If things have been going really slow, you're still on the right path. Slow and steady does win that race. Also, the turtle brings its home on its back. So maybe you're thinking about relocating in some way or looking to buy a home. So we definitely, they're also indicating the turtle shell's protection. You're protected is what they just gave me. Thank you so much. I'm truly grateful. Okay, they actually went on the Hermit card. So maybe you've been working slowly on your own towards something. You're in a protective kind of mode doing that. You're going to receive a lot of truth and wisdom in that time for reflection. There's going to be a lot of enlightenment, okay? Also, we got the butterfly, which connects to the death card. You know, the butterfly is like the cycle of life. You know, the caterpillar goes into the chrysalis, and during that chrysalis period, it feels like you're stuck. Nothing's happening. But actually, there's growth. Even if it feels uncomfortable, there's growth, and then there's a blossoming. You're about to come out the other side. There's a new version, like a new path opening up, okay? Now, they're showing me someone collecting stones. Sorry, where would you like this? Where would you like this? They want this on the Empress card, okay? You're blossoming. They're showing me someone collecting stones, different colored stones. I don't mean crystals. I mean stones, like if you're going in the garden, or you're on the beach, or you're in woodland, or in a park or something. Different colored or different speckled, kind of different stones. So if that's you, I don't know what, they're not giving me why you're collecting it, but if that's you, collecting up different stones and polishing them off and keeping them for something, then there's something in this message for you. It's not going to resonate for everyone. So if it doesn't resonate for you, it doesn't mean, again, as I said, it doesn't mean it's not your reading. Also, finally, you got the horse, the galloping horse. So this indicates that if you've been feeling stuck and things are not happening, things are about to start shifting for you, okay? You're definitely on the right course. You're going to be heading towards that finish line. Also, horses are very loyal. They're very grounded, dependable, okay? They just said to me, and they bolt easily. They bolt easily. So perhaps if you're feeling like you are someone who bolts easily from things, I feel from this energy reading that actually you're the sort of person who's very committed to trying, perhaps you're dealing with someone who bolts easily. Maybe that's not your energy, but they just said that, so I'm not sure how it resonates. But they're indicating for me here that you can go the distance. You've got what it takes to go the distance and get where you want to go, okay? They want this on the star card. The stars are aligning for you to go faster in the direction of your dreams or your goals or your friendships or your love situations, okay? So I'll leave it there. I hope something resonated in this reading for you. It was just a little bonus to see how you're doing, if what challenges lay ahead, or if it does resonate in some way, please like or subscribe to my channel. Completely free for you. All you have to do is press a little bell that lets you know when I update my next message. It lets me know that you resonate with the reading, which is very important for me. Thank you so much, my beautiful Scorpio. Love and light.